You don't seem very sincere. How about you get on your knees and beg me?
What?
I said, get on your knees and beg me. Then maybe I'll pay for it. I'll pay for tonight's bill.
Miss, here you go. Total is $62,000.
$62,000? Happy birthday, Dan. It's your birthday. This is my birthday gift to you. There won't be a next time. After all, I can afford to provide for you, but I can't afford to provide for your little girlfriend too, right?
You're Mr. Owen's maid. Makes sense we have his credit card.
That's right, Priscilla. Dan took you in because of your dad. You can't abuse his kindness.
Do you give your maids your credit card? You all think that I'm Dan Olin's maid. How about we tell you guys the truth? What do you think about that, Mr. Olin? If Mr. Olin isn't gonna talk, then let me tell you guys everything.
See, I'm trying to take you home.
I have to go.
Mr. Bernati, I brought them here. He owes you an apology.
Uncle Henry, Dan didn't offend me.
But I heard you fired him.
Yes, I did. And I fired you too. He tanked my grades as my tutor. You left me on the side of the road as my chauffeur. Convince me why you should stay.
Mr. Bernati, that incident, it was solely my mistake. Your father and I are old friends. I need this job. And then, well, I make sure his lesson is learned.
Uncle Henry, you're doing an awful lot of talking. But I haven't heard anything from Dan yet. Is this apology from you or him?
Sorry, miss. You apologize now to Mr. Bernati. What's wrong with you? We want to verify what was. I have debts to pay. Big ones. If you get on our good side, all this wealth could be yours one day. Did you hear me? Apologize now to Mr. Bernati.
Oh, it's getting pretty late. I'm getting tired. You two should go now.
I told you to apologize. Are you deaf?
Priscilla, you've gone too far. You'll regret this. Just you wait.
Dan, in my last life, you took all my money and gave it to your gambler father. In this life, how can I let you have it so easily?
Priscilla, is it true you paid for Dan's birthday party last night? We all thought Dan was some rich heir, but now we wonder if he indeed got a call from you.
Well, why don't you ask your Mr. Olin about that?
Priscilla, we were wondering. You're like rich and beautiful. Why is Dan still with Kimberly? I know.
Miss Abernathy, please give me a chance. I promise I'm way more obedient than Olam. I'm afraid she's already set her mind on someone else. You're gonna have to wait in line. Priscilla, you've pursued me for years, and now that I didn't accept you, you just went to someone else? Well, let me tell you something. I will never like you. You're stupid and a filthy liar. You're pathetic.
Exactly. She's been chasing after him. And last night, she was holding hands with a random guy. I don't know if she's a billionaire heiress, but she's definitely a disgusting slut.
No wonder Dan wouldn't want her.
And about last night, she asked me to invite all of you. I didn't even want to go. Priscilla, you embarrassed me and the entire class. You think it's okay to humiliate people just because you're rich? And stop spreading lies about giving me money. The only money you gave me was for tutoring. But from now on, I won't expect another penny from you. Just don't expect anything else from me.
Tutoring? Dan, you tutoring me? Ever since you started tutoring me, all you've done is spend my money. My grades have tanked thanks to you.
Don't blame your stupidity on me. If you're so rich, why don't you just hire a doctor and figure out what's wrong with your brain?
Are you sure that's my problem?
Priscilla, didn't you already switch your tutor? Let's see how well you do in the midterm exam. How about this? If you go up by 50 points, I'll admit it, that I was a bad tutor. I'd like to see how your new boy toy can fix your empty brain.
Fine. I agree.
Everyone hear that? If Priscilla goes up the rankings by 50 points, I'll punish myself with a 20-mile run.
Why do you think you're so important? What does it matter to me if you run 20 miles or not? If we really want to make a bet, how about this? If you lose, you have to get on your knees and apologize.
Is she mad? How dare she want Dan to bow down and apologize?
So, Priscilla, what about you? If you lose, you're gonna run 20 miles and also kneel and apologize for 7 days straight. Or if you bail out, you can kneel right here, right now, and admit you're stupid.
Unbelievable. She agrees to the bet?
She doesn't know what she's in for.
Priscilla, you fool. You won't beat me this time. I'll show you the consequences of being my enemy.
Daddy, you're back! I missed you.
I missed you.
Oh my god, that older man. Is that Priscilla's sugar daddy? Ew, oh my god.
You never hugged me like that so far. Kinda like it. Come on, let's go.
Oh my
Did you see this? This is Priscilla's new sugar daddy. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that man looks like he's in his 50s. Who do you think he is?
I knew it. Priscilla's not some rich heiress. She's just a whore that sleeps with other old men for money.
Ew! Wait, Dan, is that why you were interested? That's so disgusting. Dan, it is true. Priscilla seeks old men for money.
Well, I mean, what else could it be? Think she was just born lucky? No, she's always relied on the help of others. Be it your dad or anybody else. Now you'll understand what it feels like to be misunderstood by others. Priscilla, this is what you deserve for humiliating me.
What?
Daddy, I just missed you. It's been so long since I last saw you.
Last time, Dad died abruptly in a car accident when he was traveling, causing the Abernathy group to fall apart. I wasn't strong enough to keep the company together, and Dan tricked me into giving him all shares of the company, so it eventually became his. I failed to protect everything my father built. But this time, I'll not only do everything to keep the company safe, I'll also protect my dad, even with my life.
You silly. Is that Daniel boy giving you trouble? You know he's not right for you, Priscilla. Do you remember Charles? Perlmans are not only one of the wealthiest families in New York, they also come from a strong family legacy. Charles Perlman is capable of many things, but most importantly, I think he really cares for you.
Daddy, you're right. I'll do as you say.
This is once in a blue moon. She used to fight with me whenever I told her to watch out for Dan Olin. I thought she would throw a tantrum. You sure everything's all right? You know you can tell me anything.
Dad, I already fired Dan and Uncle Henry. As for the other things you said, I'll do everything you say.
But you have to promise me something too.
Of course, sweetheart, what?
Stay home with me more, okay? Don't travel too much.
Silly. Of course, I promise. Hey, I'm going to the Perlmans. Why don't you come with?
I'll just go home. I already have a tutoring session scheduled with Charles later.
Ah, that's my...
So if I'm getting this right, you have to gain 50 points for the exam, and if you don't, then you have to run 20 miles, and you have to bow down and apologize.
You don't think I stand a chance, right?
Of course, I think you have a great chance. I'll help you. I think you've been working really hard lately.
You really think I can actually do this? I mean, I've been understanding the content you've been teaching me, but there's just still so much I don't know anything about.
Live to me, Priscilla. You're so smart. And Dan's been holding you back this entire time.
It's a relief. Thank you, Charles. Counting on you.
No, exactly. Like, literally. Yes, and then did you hear the other? Absolutely.
I finished grading the midterm while Candy's back after class. As usual, the top 2 places remain Dan and Kimberly.
They really are the perfect couple. Both top students. Unlike someone.
I want to bring attention to another student, Priscilla.
She's always at the bottom. Is she finally the dumbest one?
Sophia. Priscilla actually performed quite well this time. She ranked 10th.
What? 10th place? That means she improved by more than 50 points. OMG.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Professor.
What are you doing?
You're leaving? Don't tell me you forgot about our bet. You lost. Time for the punishment.
You got lucky this time.
A bet is a bet. Now, do you want to run 20 miles, or maybe you want to get on your knees first? I don't want you hurting yourself later.
Priscilla, so what if you got 10th place? Jen got first, Kimberly got second, and you don't see either of them bragging about it.
That's irrelevant. The bet was that I improved by 50 points. I did it, so Dan lost. Unless, Dan Olin, you're too scared to keep your word.
Fine. I'll do the run. But if you think I'm gonna get on my knees and apologize to you, you're crazy.
So, you're saying you won't honor our agreement?
Priscilla, we're all classmates. Asking him to kneel and apologize is a bit much. How about we just forget it after the run?
Did I ask your opinion? If you're so eager to speak for him, then why don't you get on your knees and apologize for him?
Priscilla, enough!
Priscilla, you must have cheated. Come on. How come you suddenly got 10th place? There's no way you improved this much on your own.
Any proof? Then shut your mouth, or I'll sue you for slander.
Your past results are all the proof we need. Besides, we all know you're being fed by old men. How could you possibly have time to study when you're busy pleasing men every night?
Slandering me for plagiarism is one thing. Spreading lies about my personal life is another. Sophia, you'd better believe I'll put you behind bars.
You just wait! Not only you cheated, but you assaulted me!
The exam over and over again?
Since when did Priscilla start thinking so clearly? She's smarter than before.
You're gaslighting the professor, Priscilla. He told you to retake the exam. Stop bitching.
Priscilla, you don't want people gossiping about you behind your back, do you?
Fine. I'll retake the exam. But if I do better on the retake, then Sophia should have to face the consequences of her false accusations. In that case, she should be expelled from the school.
Expelled? Don't you think that's a bit extreme?
Aren't these false accusations against me just as damaging? Sophia, you were so sure that I cheated. Are you afraid to take the bet?
I'm down for it. Priscilla's always been a failure. There's no way she got 10th place without cheating. If she wants to put her future on the line, all right then, I'll help dig her grave. But if it turns out that you did cheat, you're gonna be the one to get expelled.
Deal. I only have one question. If I retake the test and prove that I didn't cheat, then are you gonna run the 20 miles and get down on your knees or not?
Sure. I'll honor the bet.
Good. Then you better not bail out again.
Well, Professor, I bet you cheated.
Sophia, why don't we just drop this? If Priscilla apologizes to Dan, I'm sure you can forgive her for cheating.
Kimberly, you're too soft. Did you forget how she insulted you? She deserves to be kicked out of the school.
Sophia's right. If Priscilla did cheat, then she's gonna have to run the 20 miles, kneel, and leave the school. She deserves it all.
Priscilla, why don't you just apologize to Dan and Sophia, and then we can all move on from this.
Shut up. He hasn't finished grading. Show some respect.
This version is actually more difficult than the previous one.
Oh, please, Professor, stop talking for her. She's too dumb.
Priscilla's actually scored higher on this version than the last. She did not cheat.
No way.
Are you sure there's nothing wrong with the score calculations?
Of course not. Priscilla, your progress has been remarkable. I need to know what's changed recently.
Well, Professor, I used to slack off. And I had a useless tutor who only cared about my money. Now I have a better tutor. The results speak for itself.
Well, let's put this behind us. I don't want to hear such things again.
Sophia, you said you would drop out if you were wrong, right? You regret it now? No way! The professor was our witness. If you can't keep your word, then I'll have to sue you for slandering me. You should know what happens next.
Priscilla, don't be too harsh. Sophia was just looking out for you. She was trying to care for you.
Yeah, dropping out seems a bit too much. If you're such good friends, then why don't you drop out for her?
Priscilla, it was Sophia who targeted you, not Kimberly, so why are you dragging Kimberly into this?
Yeah, Kimberly's been nothing but kind to everyone, including you. Kind? Really? If I were the one dropping out today, would she speak for me?
Of course I would. I've always told the others to be nicer to you.
Cut the bullshit, Kimberly. You can't fool me with your puppy dog eyes. Don't worry, it'll be your turn soon. I will never forget everything you did to me in my last chapter. As for you, Sophia, if you really don't want to drop out, I have another option for you. Instead. But while you're running, you have to loudly apologize. I wronged Priscilla. Priscilla didn't cheat.
Enough! This is just an exam. You're taking this way too far.
Dan, who are you to tell me what to do? Dan! Are you crazy? You're insane.
You kidding me?
I'm just getting what's owed to me.
Priscilla, cease fire. Don't let an exam spoil the atmosphere of this classroom.
Professor, they were the ones who continuously picked on me. I won't let this go until Dan and Sophia run their 20 miles.
Fine. I'll run.
Sophia's not good at sports.
You're feeling sympathetic towards her. You could always help her out. You don't have to do it all. What about 10? How about that?
I'm not feeling well. Sorry. I can't.
Sophia, I hope you're seeing the true colors of your friends now. Kimberly won't even help you. How sad is that?
Priscilla, you bitch.
What are you two waiting for?
Sophia, are you okay?
I can't breathe.
Sophia, you're awake. How are you feeling?
I feel like I'm dying. Everything hurts.
The doctor said you're perfectly healthy. Just need to exercise more. Oh, and you still have another 10 miles left to run?
I can't do it anymore. I'm gonna die.
Good luck.
Priscilla's become sufferingly scary.
She's gone too far. Since she's so shameless, why don't we expose her as an old man's mistress? You saw the photos, right?
Yes. So it's like her deserve to be ruined. I'll post the photo of her and the sugar daddy on the school forum right now.
No. Posting it now would cause too big of a chaos. Next week is the annual school assembly. The principal and the board of directors will be there, so why don't we expose her in front of the whole school?
Right. We'll put up the photos on the big screen and expose Priscilla for being the shameless whore she really is.
Charles, I wish you could have seen Dan and Sophia, how ridiculous they looked after they finished running. Sophia was pretending to be her, and she pretended to pass out and ended up in the clinic, but don't worry, I sent my hospital team to take care of her, and then when she woke up, I made her finish the last 10 miles she had left. I haven't felt this good in so long. Do you think I'm being kind of mean?
Of course not. I would do so much work.
I'll have this one, this one, and this one. Do you want anything, Dan?
Well, this couldn't possibly be enough, so let's do 2 more sandwiches. And then another drink.
Isn't that too much? We can take it to go with Sophia and the others. They'll be so jealous you treat me so well.
Of course. Sorry, just give me a sec.
Why are you holding so much if you cannot afford it?
Yeah, step aside. We're so...
Dad, where's the money?
I borrow it. I'll pay you back.
Wait, what? Are you gambling again?
Dan's father gambles?
Excuse me, are you paying or not? Get out of line.
Dad, that's my tuition fee for next semester. What am I supposed to do? Give me my money back.
What do you think you are? If you need money, go to Priscilla. You won't get another penny from me again.
Dad,
If you are not paying, move aside. You're holding up the line.
Guys, hurry up.
Sorry, I'm not hungry anymore. I gotta go.
Kimber, wait. Let me explain, okay? Hey, I will make sure you have everything that you need.
Dan, a month's salary at the cafe doesn't compare to what Priscilla pays you for a day of tutoring, right?
Right.
There she is, Dan. I know you don't like Priscilla, but you can still be her tutor.
What are you saying?
I want to help you. I don't want to see you suffer.
I don't want to go back to tutoring her.
It's a job. What's wrong? Besides, Priscilla pays you so much more than what you make at the cafe. And you can solve your dad's problems.
Yeah, but what if she rejects me?
I'll convince her. Watch this. Priscilla. Will you let Dan tutor you?
And why would I do that?
You know he's having a hard time. You know about his dad, right?
What does that have to do with me?
You can help him. Your family has more than enough. Besides, he'll be a good tutor, and your grades will definitely improve.
Let me get this straight. You think I'm dumb, don't you? You two are both so lovey-dovey. You want me to pay him so I can provide for the both of you?
No, that's not what I mean. Dan is a top student. He will definitely progress.
Yeah, Priscilla. I'll forget everything you did before. We'll just be tutor and student.
Kimberly, are you getting tired of Dan?
No. What do you mean?
Used to like him because he's a top student. He's just so handsome. Everything about him is just so perfect. But then you realize the person you're fantasizing about might not be so real. Instead, he's just some guy with a messed up family and a gambler dad. I used to like Dan, but he chose you. I used to give him everything, and he would just turn around and hand it all over to you. Must have felt pretty amazing, right?
Priscilla, enough. You've targeted me since the beginning. Is it because my grades are better than yours, or because Dan likes me? You know, Dan needs some help. And if you help him, he'll be grateful for the rest of his life. On the other hand, if Charles found out that you had a sugar daddy, would he still like you? Dan is actually heartbroken over you. If you wanted to still be with him, I will never get in your guys' way.
Okay. But I want to hear it from him first.
What are you doing? I told you I don't know. What are you playing?
Dan, there's less than a year till we graduate. Can't you just bear with it a little bit? Once we have jobs and incomes, everything will be so much better. Right? It's worth a few more wrongs if it's for you.
Dan, are you an idiot? Are you not listening to what Kimberly's implying? She's dumping you.
Dan, don't listen to her nonsense, okay? I only want her to give you money so you can have a better life. Priscilla, if you're worried about Dan's attitude, I can talk to him.
I pay for a tutor. If a good attitude isn't guaranteed, then why should I hire him?
Don't you like him?
I used to, but I have an even better tutor.
Indeed. I take full responsibility for Miss Abernathy's grades. As your tutor, I don't offer just a reasonable price, but I also think it's obvious that her grades are improving.
That's right. I have the best tutor in the entire world.
Priscilla, you think that by finding some pretty boy to piss me off is gonna make me want to take you back? Don't even count on it.
Who was the one who was just begging me to come back and tutor me? Mr. Olin, do you have amnesia?
Priscilla, you're so harsh. Why are you so mean?
Dan is completely incomparable to Charles.
A man as good as Charles is more suitable for me. I must get Dan and Priscilla back together. This is my only chance to get Charles.
Kimberly, are you coming?
Yes. Priscilla, think about what we talked about. If you still want to be with him, I'll leave room for you.
Fuck off.
I know with Charles' presence, you're too embarrassed to talk about your feelings for Dan. Hopefully we can find some alone time soon. I'll make sure Dan waits for you.
You're so annoying.
Oh, they're gone. I was wondering, would you give me a chance to pursue you?
You're so direct. I don't know what to say.
I'll take that as a yes. I'm gonna go to your school assembly this week. I have a little gift for you.
Could it be that he wants to confess his love to me that day? Oh my God. All the teachers and the students will be there. Even my dad and the new school director. It's too big of a scene. I can't handle it.
I'll make your grades to another level, so you're gonna be the top of the class. And then when you become the student representative, you're gonna give your speech on stage, and everyone who doubted you is gonna be looking up to you. You think we can do it?
Is this the gift you were referring to? Yeah? I think so.
All right. Also, I don't really want you to spend any more time with Dan and the All affairs. I've done some investigation about them, and I found out both the father and the son are crazy bastards.
Yeah, I know. In my previous life, these scumbags killed me. How should I send them to hell this time if I don't want to get involved with them?
Okay. You said you're gonna treat me to something nice?
Yeah. Order whatever you want. On me.
Bastardo. I thought you were never coming back.
Dad, you stole my money?
Sì? Io sono tuo padre. You should be money.
Vavagula, that's my tuition money I paid for with my part-time jobs. Now it's gone? Were you even thinking of me when you were gambling?
The money that Priscilla gave you is more than you can get in your entire life. When we live in Abernathy's home, it was a dream, fantastico. Now, what kind of life is this right now? Priscilla like you. As long you pretend to be a little nice to her, she will be in your complete control. But you ruin everything.
Why should I be nice to that useless pig? She betrayed me.
Stupid idiota! You betrayed me! You make me miserable. I tell you what, go back to Priscilla. Let her invite us back to her mansion. Otherwise I'll be to death. Every fucking day.
You're fucking crazy.
Henry, come out. Mr. James, nice to see you.
Henry, when are you gonna pay me back?
I'll pay it back. I'll pay it back today.
Dad, there's no money.
Little bastard, Mrs. James is here. Do you want to see me die? Bring the money.
All my money was in there and my bank account was withdrawn by you. I don't have a penny left.
No money? I'll clean up the money. Stop! No money, no money. Stop! There's no money.
Are you putting on a show for me? You want to beat him up? We can help. Guys, get to work.
Oh, no. No, please. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, please. No, please. Please. No, no. Mr. James, no, please. My son is gonna die.
You can't pay back my money. Your family deserves to suffer. You'll suffer too.
Mr. James, I have an idea. There is a rich young lady in New York. She is very fond of my son, and her father is the richest man in New York. They will pay everything you want, and not to mention $3 million.
Good, nice. Is your son really that valuable to her?
Oh, yes, that woman is love-struck fool. They'd pay anything for my son.
Sei un pezzo di merda.
Miss Abernathy, please help Dan. He has been kidnapped. The kidnappers want $1 million.
Kidnapped? Call 911. What are you doing at the Abernathy group?
We cannot call the police. If we call the police, the kidnappers will kill him. Even if he comes back, he's missing an arm or legs.
Actually, I do want to see that.
Miss Abernathy, I know you're still angry with them. When he comes back, I will definitely talk to him and let him be with you.
No need for that. I don't want him to come back.
Miss Abernathy.
However, it would be quite interesting to see him come back with a missing arm or leg. Uncle Henry, you're making it so hard for me to choose. What do you think? If I gave them $1 million, do you think the kidnappers would bring him back with a missing hand or foot?
Miss Abernathy, I'm begging you not to joke about it anymore. If you don't give me the money now, I will rather die.
Wait. Come here.
Miss Abernathy, can you give me the money now?
You're overthinking it. Henry here is threatening suicide. You stay with him and call the funeral home. Charles, let's go.
Please.
So, it's not good if someone dies. We can have someone take care of this.
This has nothing to do with you. It's not worth dirtying your hands over.
Sir, please help my son. I'm begging you.
What is going on here?
Mr. Abernathy, please, save my son. I'm begging you.
Were you gambling again?
Oh, not anymore. I was confused for a moment, but my son is innocent. Please, help me one last time. Please, please.
Eric, go get them.
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Abernathy. Mr. Abernathy, thank you.
Uncle, can we meet the kidnappers?
Can I go too? Dan, In my last life, you took all my money and gave it to your gambler father. In this life, how can I let you have it so easily?
I'm sorry, young master. Forgive us. We didn't realize that we kidnapped the sweetheart of your friend.
Who's your sweetheart?
I don't know. That's what the boy said.
He is still so full of himself. Is Dan still alive?
We just kidnapped him. We didn't touch him a single bit.
He didn't even get beaten up?
No, don't worry. He wasn't touched at all.
You are a high-interest loan shark. If you were to handle things this way, I would be very disappointed.
Miss, what do you mean?
You guys are a group of fierce hooligans who insist on beating Dan, leaving him bruised and destroyed. How could a delicate little girl like me do anything to stop you?
Miss. I see what you mean now, miss.
Please, stop!
For not paying up your debts! This is for tearing up the IOU. If you don't pay up on time, you'll be dead.
Take the money. Priscilla will be here soon. She'll pay.
Then where is the money? How do I know if it's really coming? Maybe we'll just keep on beating you until the money arrives, and see if it arrives before, maybe you'll just die faster.
Stop hitting him! Please, you ruthless, heartless people! He's the top of our class and the most heartthrob. If you continue to hit him, if you cripple or disfigure him, he won't survive. Please, stop
it! Dan, does it hurt? This pain is not even a fraction of what I went through in my last life.
Should we start? He's going to cut out.
Priscilla, you came to save me.
Sorry I'm late. Your dad came to us begging for $1 million. My dad didn't agree at first, but I took some time to convince him. Dan, now you know who truly cares for you, right? Where's your dear Kimberly right at this moment? Shh. You know how the saying goes. A woman who spends money on her man may not love him. But a woman who doesn't spend any money definitely doesn't love him. You're hurt. Stop with the flirtation. You need to go to the hospital. Aaron, take him away.
Take Priscilla. No. Where are you taking me? Stop!
Priscilla, did anything happen between you and Dan in the past? I feel like you don't even like him, like as they described. In fact, you seem to despise him.
I'm sure you've noticed. No, I don't just dislike him. I hate him. Make him feel grateful, then send him to hell. Make sure he never returns.
I support you no matter what.
You've always been on my side unconditionally, without asking too many questions. It feels so nice to be trusted and supported, Charles. Thank you.
Priscilla,
I got you some pizza.
Thank you.
It's from your favorite place. I waited in line for 2 hours for it.
I never liked pizza. That's Kimberly's favorite.
What do you like? I'll be sure to buy it for you next time.
I like caviar. Airship from Norway.
Come on, Priscilla, you're messing with me, right?
Of course not.
You don't know Priscilla's preferences.
Charles. Caviar?
Airship from Norway this morning.
I was just wanting this. Thank you so much. Do you want to share this with me?